good afternoon po. Ako po si Maria Josephine Viola, grade 1 teacher po sa Canubinguan Elementary School at ako po ay teacher to dito at 6 na taon na po ako nagtuturo dito sa aming paaralan.
So, it is about the physical environment po. The first question is the space inside the room more than enough for learners to move about?
Okay, so sa tingin ko naman ay sufficient space naman yung aking classroom for my learners na grade 1. Dahil sila ay 28 lang, so sa tingin ko naman ay sila ay nakakamove ng maayos dito sa room at maluwag naman siguro ang aking classroom at nakakagalaw sila ng maayos dito.
The next question po is, does the room arrangement match with teaching learning principles? Are there several room arrangement in the school?
Seating arrangement. Kapag sa seating arrangement, palagi kaming depende yung, alam mo, may mga bata kaming malabo ang mga mata. Ang ginagawa namin, pinapapunan sila doon sa unahan, or kaya naman yung halimbawa ay yung iba ay medyo mahina yung pandinig, nalagay din namin sa una. Kasi yung iba, minsan allergy sila sa mga chok, ayaw nila ng malaki sa so sa alikod naman sila. Ay yung palagi ay kinoconsider din namin yung kanilang mga pangangalaga.
The third questions po is, are the visual displays attractive and do they stimulate learning?
So ngayon kami ay we don't have any visual displays kasi sa ngayong term na ito ay pinagbabawal ng DepEd yung masyadong maraming display. Pero sa akin, sa grade 1, I make sure na meron pa rin alphabet. Dahil sila yung grade 1, sila ay ano pa din sa mga letter sounds, kailangan pa rin nila yun. Yun lang ang akin, kung makikita nyo naman ang classroom ko, yun pa lang ang nandito. Kasi nga, kung kapag daw mas maraming display, masyado daw nadidistract ang bata. Kaya na nakaka-apekto sa learners nila. Kaya pinatanggal na po muna.
So, next is, are the school premises safe and is the classroom space free from the hazard?
Oo. Palagi naman ang sinusigurado namin at lagi namin noon yung mga bata na sinusigurado namin na malinis at safe ang kanilang mga classroom at pati na rin sa labas. At palagi din naman kami may mga safety reminders sa kanila.
So, last is, are learners comfortable in terms of light and ventilation?
Sa tingin ko naman ay oo. Well ventilated naman dito at saka yung light naman lighting naman nila ay maayos naman na
environment questions naman po. The first is, are there sets of rules and procedures followed? What are these?
Yes, palagi. May rules ako dito sa grade 1. So, una pa lang nag-set na kami during the opening class. Unang kita ko sa kanila. Palagi ang una ay syempre, ang basic yung una ay itaas na kamay kapag sila ay sasagot. Makinig sa guro habang nagsasalita sa unahan. Tumahimik, tumayos ng upo at saka ay yung last ay laging maging masaya lang pala. Ayun.
So next is, are there sets of expectations that can motivate the learners to learn?
Yes, laging meron din. I always encourage my learners to do their best, to actively participate in class discussions. And then, kapag na-meet nila yun, kapag halimbawa ay nakakagawa sila ng mga positive behaviors, binibigyan ko sila ng reward through stickers. Yun, meron silang notebook na ang tawag ay reward notebook. Doon, niniipon nila yung mga stars nila, tapos ay kapag end of term, nagbibigay ako ng konting token. Lahat naman sila ay nabibigyan pag gano'n. At saka, ayun, positive feedback, like very good, great, ang galing mo, yung mga gano'n. And then, palaging palagi mo silang i-appreciate para ma-motivate din sila na mag-aral.
So the third one po is, Are these observable in the classroom? First is classroom atmosphere based on trust, cooperation, and empathy, modeling of positive attitude, respectful behavior, constructive actions, avoidance of ridicule, sarcasm, superiority in the classroom, and opportunities for learners to share their experiences and learning with each other.
Yes, lahat naman yan ay nakikita ko dito during my teaching and learning process. Tapos, yung last, hindi nawawala yung sa grade 1 ko, yung palagi silang nag-share. Lagi yun. Tuwing may discussion kami, hindi nawawala yung pag-share nila ng mga insights. Ayun, lagi ko lang naman tinatanggap lahat ng sharing nila. And then, yung ano dito, yung sabi nyo ay yung ano ngayon, yung next question, yung may sarcasm, avoidance of sarcasm, yes, inaano ko din yun, walang, tinitreat ko silang fairly at nang walang favoritism.
Social environment.
First question is, are there opportunities for positive interaction inside the classroom?
Always, lagi kami may mga positive interactions, especially kapag discussions, lalo na kapag may group work, yun, mahilig kasi po kami magpag-groupings. Lagi silang may groupings, doon na-develop yung kanilang cooperations and collaborations.
So, are there outdoor activities that foster friendship, camaraderie, and cooperation?
Yes po. Naka-include din yun sa aming mga lessons. May mga outdoor games kami. Kagaya ngayon, week 5 na kami sa Makabansa. Ang aming mga topic ay mga kakayahan at interes. So, ang outdoors namin doon ay yung kanilang, isa sa mga kakayahan yung maglaro. Doon, naglalaro kami sa labas. Yun. Kasama talaga siya sa lesson doon.
Hindi po. So, how are individual needs and differences considered?
Ayun, pinaka-importante, palagi nasa alang-alang, needs and differences of our students, and especially kapag halimbawa ay yung isa, through differentiated instructions. At saka ay yung differentiated activities, kasi iba-iba naman ang level ng ating bata. Lalo na kapag kami sa groupings, kahit sila ay depende yun sa level ng kanilang kapasidad. Yung sa groupings namin, mayroong advanced, mayroong average, and mayroong na need support. So doon sa iba-iba yung activities na ibibigay mo sa atin. Ayun. At saka, kapag halimbawa talagang may nangangailangan ng gabay sa mga bata, lalo sa grade 1, madami pa dito ang hirap bumasa. So, mayroon kami, nag-exert kami ng effort, yung parang sa hapon, nagpapabasa, yung kapag may hindi nakuha sa lesson, nagbibigay kami ng extra additional worksheet, tsaka yung one-on-one communication sa kanila. I-explain ulit namin sa kanila kung paano yung sa lesson, para lang walang maiwan. Para walang maliwan. Yun.
Thank you so much po for your answer po.
Thank you.
Ako po si Ginang Maridiki Tumia, nagtuturo sa Kanibingon Elementary School. Ang hinahawakan ko ng grade ay grade 3. May 28 taon na pong mahigit ako nagtuturo dito. At ako po ay teacher 3.
Good morning po. Magsisimula po tayo dun sa physical and dito sa Is the classroom experience na parang
Oo naman. Dahil ang mga eskwela ko ay 25 lang ngayon, hindi naman masyadong marami. Kaya ang space namin, isa lang halos lang sa kanilang mga. Oo, iba't ibang estratehiya kami ginagamit para sa mga iba't ibang uri ng bata. Dahil hindi naman pare-pareho ang mga bata, sila ay may individual differences. Lalo na sa mga grade 2, kaya lang nila ang mga magsasabi ng materials, hindi nakakatawa sa kanila. Nakikita nila yung sa kanila para makasya ang kanilang attention. Sinerget namin yun, bago mag-brigada eskwela, bago kami, sigurado kami na ano talaga, na wala mga subjects. Lalo ako, isa ang hindi ako coordinator. Meron kaming mga checklist para sa mga babakasal. Hindi kami pwede maglagay ng mga minutes. Yung case of hindi yun pwede. Kaya wala kami, hindi lang ano sabi ko dito. Na lang sa tabi pa. Ako, yan.
Basta class ni Manuel,
Oo naman yun. Nardem, marami kami nasiling pa dito. Ang ilaw, maapat. Pag maulan, saka kami nagsisim nila ilaw. Dito naman doon, magdiwalin naman ang aming classroom.
Yan, maganda pa naman po tayo sa psychological environment. So, when classroom rules and procedures do you usually implemented?
Oo, bago pa lang ining magsimula ang klase, nagkakaroon na kami ng classroom rules na nanggagaling sa kanila. Para sila din at susunod ang binigay nila sa amin.
Pag ako ay agreement.
Oo, agreement. Nasa kanila nagsimula.
How about naman po, how do you motivate your learners to participate and do their best?
Ang lahat pinapayag ko sila, binibigyan ko sila ng pagkakataon na sumagot. Pag alam ko naman mahirap ang question, doon ko binibigay sa magaling. Dahil lang iba-iba nga tanging hindi sila pagkarino. Kung mong bibigyan sila ng tanong na alam mo naman, hindi masasagot at mapapahiya sila, hindi yung ibigay sa sa isang batang kaya niyang sagutin.
So, sunod po, how do you build a classroom atmosphere based on trust, respect, cooperation, and empathy?
Yung sinabi ko, nasa umpisa pa lang, dapat naandun yung discipline, yung paggalang, nasa kanila mismo naging na dapat nilang sundin.
How about naman po, how do you encourage positive behavior and address conflicts or inappropriate behavior among students?
Ayun, sinasabi ko sa mga bata na bawal ng bully, igalang ang isa't isa, mahalin bilang kapatid, hindi lang kaklase.
Next, how do you make sure every learner feels comfortable expressing their ideas and learning to their classmates?
Nanino-motivate ko sila na, sige, mag-share ka ng iyong knowledge. Sa iyong ka naman, kung anong natutunan mo, okay lang. Lahat ng sagot ay tama.
Next po is part 2.
Namakon maglagay sa social environment. How do you encourage positive interaction ng mga students?
Kung positive, inahayaan ko sila ang magsalita ng gusto nilang sabihin, ng kanilang nararamdaman. Para naman, mas maayos ang aming magiging ugnayan ng mga bata. Parang nagkakaroon kami ng groupings ng mga Kaya lang sa groupings, iba't iba ang criteria. Merong para sa mga magaling, para tapos binibigyan namin nila ng rubrics na kanilang gabay para masagutan yung tanong at naandun din yung discipline at saka yung cooperation at saka yung isa sa bawat community. Discipline talaga ang binibigyan ng
So, paano niyo po yung na-address yung
Ayun, Maria, sumamagya ka ng pagbibigay sa kanila ng iba't ibang gawain na sa kanila kakayanan.
How do you encourage learners to stop their influences in their
Bakit pa nga magsimula yung klase? Dapat, inibigyan nila lang. Dapat talaga, mayroong paggalang sugat sa isa't isa dahil magkakabat ng bawat isang bata. Hindi pa lang sa umpisa ng klase. Kaya wala dapat na bulbuli. Wala dapat na namin. Patay lang. Kahit paano katayo ang nila sa buhay, kahit paano katayo ang kaya nila.
How does social environment
positive. Positive social environment. Ang positive naman, may mentality ng mga bata. Kung ang iyong approach, sila ang dapat sa kanila. Yung pinagulog sila, may mga reward, palakpakan, simple palakpak, o yung puri, very good. Doon, sa kanilang tiwala nila sa kanila. Kala ko pala yun. Kaya sasabihin mo, kaya mo yan. Okay. Kasi hindi, parang hindi siya mapaya. Kaya kung hindi naman tama na, sino tutulong sa kanya? Hindi na namin ginagawa. Kahit na yung mga bata natin, yung iba na yung ugali, kailangan mo talagang magpanyas para sa kanila. Hindi ka agad magagalit sa kung magkakamali. At paano mo din sila? Nang sa positive way, hindi yung ay, sasabihin mo, mahal ko kayo, ayaw ko ganito, magagawin din sila. Naiintindihan lang nila. Saka tinatanong mo, bakit sabihin? Sasagot sila. Yun nga, mas maganda yung pinakaunawa mo kung bakit sila tinatama. Para hindi sila makaliwa pagdating ng araw.
Magandang hapon po. Ako po si Madam Rita Romero Atienza, grade 5 teacher ng Ginubatan Elementary School, 32 years in service.
For the physical environment questions po, so first is
the space inside the room
more than enough for learners to move about?
Yes. Actually, may extension pa nga yung classroom ko para in case na kailangan ng mga batang magbasa or mag-relax ng konti after the study nila sa isang subject. Meron. Yeah.
So the second po, does the room arrangement match with teaching learning principles? Are there several room arrangements in the school?
Yes, enough yun. Dahil ang arrangement ng aming lahat ng bata nakaharap sa akin. Para pag magla-lesson ako, hindi lang ako teacher nila, sa akin lahat nakatingin. Hindi yung magkaharapan gano'n na mga bata. Di ba merong classroom na magkaharap ang bata, yung may table sa... No, yung akin lahat ay nakaharap lahat sila sa inyo.
So the third question po, are the visual displays attractive and do they stimulate learning?
Yeah. Lalong-lalo ng mga PowerPoint dahil mas attractive sa kanila yun. Makikita nila yung PowerPoint. Habang nag-discuss ka, meron ka makikita PowerPoint na mas nakakainggan niya sa kanila para mag-focus sila din sa lesson.
So next po, are the school premises safe and is the classroom space free from hazard?
Yes. Yun naman ay bago kami mag-start ng school year, yun ang isa sa unang protocol sa amin. Kailangan lahat ng facilities ng school, inside and out, are safe.
Next po, are the learners comfortable in terms of light and ventilation?
Yes. Super dami namin electric pa sa loob, well ventilated, may ilaw or may yung sinag ng liwanag from the outside. Enough para sa kami sa trabaho sa mga.
For psychological environment naman po, are there sets of rules and procedures followed? What are these?
Okay. Siyempre, kailangan laging, every Monday, every Monday kasama na sa subject namin, yung homeroom guidance para yung bata bago mag-start ang buong lesson sa buong isang linggo, na sila, yung, yung naka-focus na at ang kanilang psychological, buong pagkatao. Tapos kayo nakahanda na, ready for the whole week na lesson. Yun ay first period in the morning, Monday, para din sa buong isang linggo. To support the psychological, ng mga bata na.
Then for the second questions po, are there sets of expectations that can motivate the learners to learn?
Every lesson naman bago kami mag-start ng lesson, kailangan sila ay napamotivate in order to participate actively and collaboratively, lalo na pagka may group discussion kami o group work, yung mga bata, nakafocus na sa every lesson.
For the third questions naman po, are these observable in the classroom?
Yes.
classroom atmosphere based on trust, cooperation, and empathy.
Yes.
Then we have modeling of positive attitude, respectful behavior, and constructive actions.
Yes. Always.
Then we have avoidance of ridicule, sarcasm, superiority in the classroom.
Yes. Always yan. Always.
And the last po, ma'am, is opportunities for learners to share their experiences and learning with each other.
Yes.
And for the social environment, here are the first question. Are there opportunities for positive interaction inside the classroom?
Yes. Always. Always. Lalo sa group discussion namin. Always.
For the second question, are there outdoor activities that foster friendship, camaraderie, and cooperation?
Yes.
Then the last question is, how are individual needs and differences considered?
Sabi nga iba't ibang attitude, iba't ibang ugali ng mga bata. Lahat 'yon ay identify, lahat 'yon ay i-consider mo at ibabase mo doon ang ile-lesson everyday sa mga bata mo. At bago naman ako mag-start ng lesson namin everyday, may kaunti mo ng pasakali para sila motivate. At kasi talagang ang bata, meron diyang, kahit yung nagkaklase, di ba papasin, madaldal. Pero, i-motivate mo sila, i-focus mo yung ano nila sa attention para sa iyo, gets mo yun. Kasi 45 minutes lang kami lagi. Every subject na, 45 minutes lang yun. Kaya dapat yung buong 45 minutes na yun, kuha mo lahat na yung attention hanggang matapos yung lesson, yung attention nila para sa iyo lang.
Hi, good morning. My name is Crisita Marie Salome Cueto. I am currently teacher 5 at Oriental Mindoro National High School, teaching for 15 years from secondary to elementary, and then currently I am teaching at senior high school. I have no advisory class, but I am currently the assistantship advisor of grade 12.
Good morning, I am Maria Tumangaka from City College of Kanan, biology student. So we are here to interview some aspects. Okay, this is our first question. Is the space inside the room more than enough for learning students?
Currently, the space is okay if there are no group activities. If there are group activities, some of the students go out in the lobby for them to move around freely and accessibly. But for the discussion setup, the classroom is okay. It's the size that is required for each.
Next po is, does the room arrangement match with teaching learning principles? Are there several rooms for arrangement in the school?
Okay, so the classroom arrangement, it will depends on the advisors. The students will be arranged based on how the advisor wants them to be seated. And the principle in the learning processing is applicable. And because the seating arrangement of the student is recognized on how they will learn based on their needs and how fast or what are their learning capacities.
Next is, are the visual displays attractive in the day stimulating learning?
For us here in senior high school and upon the definite order or memorandum that there are no other displays in the classroom. So currently, every classroom has no display, but the learning happens during the discussion of the teacher using projectors, or rather using PowerPoint presentation, but the display inside the classroom, there are none. No display. No display board since we are also senior high school. The only display there are the yung bulletin board stating number of students and the likes. But other than that, there are no displays.
Next po is, are the schools premises safe and is the classroom space clean?
Yes, as we always told to our students, school is their safe place. the environment of the school is safe and there are no hazard. With regards to hazard, if there are identified hazard, it is easily being taken off or addressed so that the hazard or the probable hazard is addressed properly. But the school generally, the environment, the teacher, is safe for the student.
So last question, are learners comfortable in terms of light and ventilation?
Students are comfortable in terms of light, ventilation, since the current environment and the current weather is very hot. So there are times the students are not comfortable. But in terms of ventilation, the school is trying to provide them the most appropriate and comfortable ventilation that we can offer. So it's the weather that is not helping for the ventilation that is given by the school.
Is about the psychological environment. So the first question is, are there sets of rules and procedure followed, and what are these?
Yes, there are sets of procedure that is being followed by the school. So we always follow protocols. So if there are instances or issues inside the classroom or towards the student, it must be addressed by the advisor inside the classroom. If the situation is not addressed in the or not settled inside the classroom, so it can be addressed to the subject group head, and then after that it can be addressed by the guidance with the assistance of the guardian or the parents, since there is a rule in the school that a student is needed, and if the guardian of the student is needed, they must come to the school to address the issues or the concerns of the student.
So the next question is, are there sets of expectations that can motivate the learners to learn?
Expectation towards the students or towards the school. If there are certain expectation towards the students, they need to comply, they need to study well so that they can learn. Expectation of the student towards the school, of course, the student is expecting that the teacher will deliver the lessons that they can learn for a certain day or a certain week. But each expectations are given attention so that learning, teaching, and learning process can be done inside the classroom as well as even outside the classroom, but inside the school.
Okay, thank you so much. Po. For the third question po is are these observable in the classroom? First, classroom atmosphere based on trust, cooperation, and empathy. Next is modeling of positive attitude, respectful behavior, constructive actions, and avoidance of ridicule, sarcasm, superiority in the classroom. And last is the opportunities for learners to share their experiences and learning with each other.
Okay. First is the concept of empathy, and for other is trust. So for empathy and trust, it is being taught to the students that they should always practice empathy, not just to their classmates, but also to their teachers. Students are given time to recognize if there are situations that need their empathy towards their student. Trust is built through proper communication with the advisor and their co-classmates. So if with their classmate, trust is there because they are, especially for our grade 12 students, because they are being classmates for 2 years. So for grade 11, they're starting to build their trust because they have the whole year to build their trust on one another. Another is, okay, so for the modeling of the positive attitude, it is observed not just to the student but also to the teacher. Positive attitude is very important for them to learn not just what is taught, but also how does the teacher projects positive attitudes towards the students and how they handle situations. Respectful behavior, it is expected to the student that they should practice respect not just to their classmates but mostly for their teacher. So respectful behavior is very important, and yet, yes, it is observed towards our students as well as our teacher. Constructive attitude or actions, it is given. Constructive actions and criticism is provided for the students so that they can grow as a student and as a person. Constructive action is there so as they can act the way they feel freely for themselves. For the students, we share their experiences inside the classroom. There are group activities, collaboration, sharing of experience, so that everyone in the classroom can understand what are the different experiences of their classmates, and through that sharing of experiences, students learn how to react, how to adapt, and that sharing of experiences is a way of learning for the students. It is a way of how they can see each experiences influence how a student study and learn.
So let's proceed naman po sa pinaka-important factor, which is the social development. So for first question po, are there opportunities for positive interaction inside the classroom?
Yes, there is. Every now and then, interaction towards the student is given. They are given time to socialize. They are given time to adjust and adapt with each other because it is important for them for learning. Social interaction is necessary so that it can develop camaraderie towards the students. Interaction between them is given attention for them to grow as a student and as an individual.
Thank you po. And the second question po, are there outdoor activities that foster friendship, camaraderie, and cooperation?
Yes, there are. In the previous year, before the implementation of the Twitter for the DepEd, there are different activities for every month that provides an opportunity for friendship and camaraderie. For example, in July, there are nutrition months and all those buwan ng wika, and for September, there are in-clubs. So those outdoor activities provide them that chance to have other friends other than their classmates inside the classroom. Yes, they have time to play and interact with one another. The concept of camaraderie is there. Being together because they play, there are contests that needs collaboration with one another. So they created a certain environment where friendship can be built.
The last question, how are individual needs and differences considered?
Okay, it is a very important factor for teachers to identify the individual needs of every student. So for those, there are different activities given so that every individuality, every identity of a child or a student is being addressed. It does not only focus on sports, academic, physical activities, but it also caters on the artistic part, cultural aspect of every student because there are different strengths of the student, and those differences makes the whole school different. It addresses every needs and opportunities for the student for them to become a better individual, better student that they can perform based on their strength rather than focusing on what are the specific objectives of every activity.
Thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Thank you.